Deep in the remote forests of Russia, there lies a place forgotten by time, a village called Lechovo. Once a thriving community, it is now nothing more than a ghostly collection of empty houses, frozen in a moment no one can explain. Because one day, every single villager simply vanished. No signs of struggle, no mass graves, no evidence of fleeing, just an entire population gone without a trace. The story begins in the early 1900s, when Lechovo was a quiet but lively settlement. Farmers worked the land, children played in the streets, and life moved at the slow, steady pace of rural Russia. But in the winter of 1930, something unimaginable happened. A traveling merchant, making his usual rounds through the region, arrived to find the village eerily silent. Doors were left swinging open. Meals sat half-eaten on tables. Livestock roamed untended. But not a single soul remained. At first, authorities suspected a massacre, perhaps bandits or a government purge. But there was no blood, no bullet casings, no signs of forced entry. It was as if the villagers had simply stood up mid-meal and walked away into the frozen wilderness. The Soviet government, already shrouded in secrecy, dismissed it as an exaggeration. Case closed. But whispers persisted. Some claimed to have seen strange lights in the sky that night, a glowing orb hovering above the treetops. Others spoke of a low, humming noise that made the ground tremble. A few hunters who ventured near the village weeks later reported an unnatural silence, no birds, no wind, just an oppressive stillness that made their skin crawl. Decades later, a team of researchers decided to investigate. What they found only deepened the mystery. Personal belongings remained untouched, wallets, family photos, even a child's doll lying in the snow. The most chilling detail? Footprints leading away from the homes. But they simply stopped after a few meters, as if the villagers had been lifted into the air. Theories abound. Some say it was an experimental Soviet weapon, a secret test gone wrong. Others believe it was an alien abduction, pointing to similar mass disappearances throughout history. Then there are the darker legends, tales of an ancient forest spirit that demanded tribute, or a doorway to another world that opened just long enough to swallow the village whole. To this day, no one knows the truth. Lechovo remains frozen in time, a ghostly monument to the unexplained. The government has sealed records, witnesses have died, and the forest slowly reclaims the empty houses. But if you listen closely on a quiet winter night, some say you can still hear the faint echoes of voices, calling from nowhere at all. What do you think happened to the lost village of Lechovo? Let us know in the comments, and if you dare, share this story with someone who loves a good mystery. Because some secrets were never